Let's listen. Wheel hop.
Oh, yeah, you can hear the wheels hopping right there. Just totally out of control. That's a 2-for-1 right there. He gets the 18 and the 5.
Take a look from Stephen Wallace's perspective as he barely survives this. Look at this.
Man, he got a good
And now,
look at
where does he go? To the right. Makes the right move.
Boy, good job right there. You need to give him a raise, Rusty.
Well, he's got one. How's that? I'll do it after this. I'll buy him a Coca-Cola on the trip home. Won't charge him.
Stephen Wallace right behind in the 66.
Looks like he's going to get the spot.
Yeah, lights way wide, and he's going to...
You see, here comes Stephen Wallace, and Boris Said running right behind Stephen Wallace.
Well, Stephen's got his mirrors full of Boris Said. We told you if you were with us yesterday, Boris, they redid the seat in that car. Remember at Watkins Glen, he had his knees up around his ears, and it was very uncomfortable. They gave him about 3 more inches, and he said it's still not perfect, but at least now he's not cramping.
Yeah, he struggled. I talked to him in the garage. He struggled big time at Watkins Glen with that. He said it was so uncomfortable to drive that car that way.
You know, I like watching him following Stephen right there because he taught Stephen 4 different times how to road race. Took him to wheel hop.
That was a lockup in the rear wheels there.
Now, you think that was wheel hop or lockup? Probably lockup
That
on
looked
that
just
one.
like he just flat locked up the rears without wheel hopping, and very seldom you'll see that.
Stephen Wallace just took his pit stop here, working on lap number 37. So he gets the service done. He has a bit of damage, but at this stage of this race, almost everybody does.
Yeah, it was definitely unscheduled. It had a lot of left front damage on that car. It must have got in the corner a little too deep and slid up into somebody or something, but that tire was rubbing, a lot of smoke coming off it, so they had to pit this car to get that fender off the tire.
There's a lot of track position. Now, if he makes it into pit lane before the caution, what happened to fall, he'll be on equal ground with everyone and no problem at all. And here's Stephen Wallace now. He's in for his last stop. Just gas only. You know, we saw him just a few laps ago get tires after he had a tire rub so they can just get fuel.
They're telling him to go. He is now shown in 26th position, 1 lap down.
Got to drive hard right now because 23 laps to go.
Speaking of driving hard, looks like Stephen Wallace is off in the gravel.
A little too hard.
Whoa. Maybe going around a little bit more. That's going to cost him quite a few spots.
No, there's the gravel.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess you could call that a little bit of debris.
That's a lot of gravel right there.
Now, NASCAR has been accused of throwing those phantom cautions. Well, there's no phantom about that one.
Stephen was right in position to get that lucky dog, and look at him, he's just upset. Doggone it, I was so close.
Actually, it looks like it will go to Stanton Barrett.
Looks like he's talking to
Yeah, he's talking on the radio. He's telling them what happened here.
He's just frustrated right now.
Well, he finished in the top 10 here last year. Here's what happened, and this is why all the gravel ends up out on the corner.
Gets in the throttle and just gets that thing too far around, trying to get the thing back on the track. Should have kind of just got out of it a little easier, but yeah, I tell you, when you get stuck in that gravel and you slow down too much, it'll just dump you right in it, lock you down in there. He didn't want that to happen.
As he rides off in the cloud of dust.
Well, Andy, 22 laps to go. Do cautions breed cautions now this late in the race?
Well, it looks like everybody's temperature's coming up and the intensity level comes up.
Well, I know it's a kiss of death if I bring it up, but we really have not had any major deals into turn 1 and 2. We've had a few minor, incidents where guys have gotten loose, gotten turned a little bit, but we haven't had the big one, like we had 2 years ago here where we had like a 5-6 car stack up.
They're still.
Yeah, he's even leading by 10 car lengths under yellow. Problems for Stephen Wallace.
And a guy not having a good day right there, Stephen Wallace. Really been struggling all day long.
That's between turns 7 and 8, and can't get any wider than that from that position. He's right underneath our camera. Now you get an idea where that happened. And he's 1 lap down right now in 28th. He would get the lucky dog, but I don't think right now that's what anybody's worried about. Because
the big question is, what's NASCAR going to do here? Are they going to run with rain tires and keep racing, or are they going to call it?
Let's listen in on the onboard, see what happened.
Worker on the nose too, because I asked back the car. Yeah, 10-4.
Whoa.
Everybody get a look at everything next time by. Greg, like I said, you just take care of making
that
sure
thing just swapped on him.
Oh,
no, it didn't. He got help. We just didn't see it.
And now you know the rest of the story.
Yeah. Oh, that was Antonio Perez in the 86. So from the onboard is like, well, what happened? There was nobody else there. But then the exterior view. Oh, a couple laps earlier.
Oh, a little
nudge.
gouging here.
That is Perez in the 86. And maybe a payback. All right, while we're under this caution, let's hear from pit road again, Jamie Little. But 3 wide there at one stretch. That was Antonio Perez having some problems. Whoa, and Stephen Wallace goes around.
Yeah,
look out.
That was
Jason
an intentional
Keller.
move by the 86 car. He just wrecked Stephen Wallace.
Stevens got wrecked twice with the 86 car. No love between those guys, that's for sure right now.
Yep. See what happens at the end of the race if we make it that far with those two. And Stephen got turned. He also got involved.
Stevens got some dad. There's where the bumper came from.
Him and Antonio Perez have been having a real fight out there all day long.
Yeah, they've been into each other a couple of times.
They need to get it settled because it's starting to affect the race now. They've had a caution because the bumper's flying on the racetrack, so we don't need to have any more of that.
All right, let's go back and show you a replay of what happened back in turn 10 involving that man right there, Stephen Wallace. Okay.
8 inside, 86 inside here. Inside.
Yep, there it is. And then that's Jason Keller. Edwards in 4th, and there is the 66. Turned around in turn number 10, so Wallace has got his issues there again. Another car off to the right there. Can't seem to make out the number. We end up with another caution. And the caution we're hearing is for the 33. All right. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing, here's some of the action that has transpired. And there you can see what happened to Stephen Wallace. He got a little assist from the 34. And then, oh, ouch, that's where Brad Coleman got some more damage. He had been in a couple incidents already. A little further back, we don't even make it through one. The 66 involved again. A couple other cars as well. The 41 of Stanton Barrett.
Looks like Justin Marks.
Yep.
Michael Annette was also involved, and it looked like maybe even
Michael McDowell in the 96. And everybody gets refired, except we're still waiting for that last car.
Looks like he's rolling.
Justin looks like he is going to get back out. So, no caution as of now. This was the original incident. Back in the middle. See, they're going 3 wide. Look at Stevens already in the grass skating.
He's going to meet up with these guys in the middle of this corner.
That's
taking out a 3 or 4.
Wouldn't you call that bowling for dollars on that?
That was definitely his mistake right there. He tried to make it 3 wide getting into turn 1 and caused a problem, that's for sure. But we've had some other problems in other parts of this racetrack just now with Boris Said and guys like that. Okay. So
let's see what happens here. We're on board with Stephen. Well, he had the contact with the 05 of Victor Gonzalez. And
keep her going. Keep her going. Get her going right there.
It's easy for the crew to say. He was able to get it going.
And there's Marcus Ambrose. You see him slipping wide.
And there goes the 81 of Tagliani. He gets a boot from behind. The 27 goes around.
Jason Keller goes around. Yep. You see.
And then there's Eric Darnell into Kenny Wallace in the 28.
Well, I've called a lot of broadcasts. I've been with you guys. This got to be the craziest one I think I've ever called.
We still haven't seen exactly what happened to left.
All through yesterday's practice, and good little road racer he is.
Crew going to work on the 66 as they're trying to check and see how many cars we now have off this track.
Man, just look at that carnage.
13 in all. Yeah, Stevens shown in 22nd right now.